good to be me. Every day, it is good to be me. I live by that. I mean that. I believe that. I teach that. Every day on this side of the dirt is a good day to be me. How is everybody? I enjoyed my 4 days in the basement, getting my cosmic batteries recharged. I'm thankful and grateful for the opportunity that I've had to be able to step away for a couple of days. You guys get to see and hear the end result of this. However, you guys need to know that 5 minutes after this show ends, I begin to put together Thursday show. So there is no break, no rest. So every now and again, I will take a day or two break, and I'm getting better at letting you guys know that I'm going to do that. But again, it has been a great time away, but we are back now, and we are ready to venture a little bit further into Mastered Self Numerology. Today is October 19th, 2021. This is our regular 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time class, and today we are going to get a understanding of your soul's urge number. I call it the soul urge. I deal with the soul of numbers, not just the surface of them. So I go a little bit deeper than what regular numerologists call this, your heart's desire. I get to the bottom of your soul and get to your soul urges, because your soul will direct everything else. Those that know how to figure your heart's desire or your soul urge, that's good. We're not going to get into the specific numbers. We're going to start those on Thursday. Today, we're going to get into the understanding of this number. And then I will explain in a minute how you figure it and what you guys can do if you don't already know your soul's urge number. When I start to explain how you can figure it, if you have your pencil and paper with you, you can just jot it down, write it down so that you get familiar with how to figure it for yourself. So without any further ado, we will begin with understanding of your soul's urge number. No one person, government, religion, or group. Let's stop right there real quick. That's pretty much covering everything that is on this planet that has the power to do something to us. So no one person, government, religion, or group has the right to prevent or destroy the urge within your soul for your own self-recognition. Y'all understand what I mean when I say your urge from within, regardless of where each of us are on our evolutionary path? Each of us has an urge deep in our soul to be recognized, be it for something good, fame, and one day I'm gonna get into the discussion about good and evil. I don't believe there is good or evil. I believe good and evil are the extremes of what's in the middle. No one person, government, religion, or group has the right to prevent or destroy the urge within your soul within my soul, within your soul, for self-recognition. We are born free souls, you guys. Nobody born into bondage. Nobody born on anybody's shit. Well, not unless you listen to my grandmother. My grandmother told me that it cost me to come here. So that I always thought that was kind of funny, that she always reminded me that my mother had to pay something at the hospital for me to be born. I thought that was really, really hilarious. But we are born free souls, you guys. From the moment that we descend from our mother's portal, we're a free soul. And because we are born free souls and must live and grow in harmony and beauty, not just with everything, but within ourselves. Each one of us on this planet, every bug, every animal, every bacteria, every fungi, every tree, every living organism, it takes all of us to work together to keep this shit going. We are born free souls and must live and grow in harmony and beauty from within. So many of us have before, and some of us still do, seek to live and grow in harmony and beauty from something outside of ourselves, when all the harmony and beauty that each of us ever needs resides inside of us. I love this axiom. I live by this. That love, what I give to myself, I can receive from others. You're only going to get the love you give yourself from anyone else. You're only going to get the care you give yourself, the compassion you give yourself, the respect you give yourself, the truth you give yourself, the honor you give to yourself. That's what you will receive from others and those that come into your life. We are born free souls and must live and grow in harmony and beauty from within. Once we accomplish this, then we are true to our divine purpose and cannot be a fake, a phony, or a fraud. First to ourselves, then to others, and then to the world. So many of us, can see so much fakeness and so much phoniness and so much frauds in our personal lives. I have a funny truth, when two folks meet, especially if they meet online and they set up a date, both of them send their representative to the date. and it take a minute before the representative leave and then the real person comes too. We are living in a time to where the fake and the phony and the fraud, yes, they are being called out, but yet they are still being cajoled and still being allowed. And it, depending upon which side you are on, you, with your truth, can still be labeled fake, phony, and a fraud because you might not be on the popular side. We're born free souls, you guys, and must live and grow in harmony and beauty from within, from inside. Once we accomplish this, then we are true. We are living true and being true to our divine purpose and cannot be a fake, a phony, or a fraud. First to ourselves and then to others. I know somebody got to have a comment about this. Anybody? Where are each of us in our journey towards being totally authentic all the time? Where are we at that? I'm authentically me 24/7, 365. Took me a while to get here. Took a while. Where are some of us right now?
Say something?
Yes, Miss V.
Okay, I'm just coming in on tail end, but I heard you.
It's all right.
Okay, thank you. I'm just here. I'm sorry to be late. But anyway, where I am is I'm very authentic now, and I am enjoying it very
Absolutely.
much. And sometimes it is still too much for people. But at the same time, I'm seeing some results, and I'm seeing people stepping up to the plate like, well, because I don't set down, I don't hold
Absolutely.
it in, and I don't need you for my friend or my sister
Absolutely.
or my brother or anything anymore. I mean, I've been here long enough to know that I can be my best friend, and that
Absolutely.
in my life can be loving towards me, and those are the ones who are my family and friends.
Absolutely. And I want to let you know something, Miss V. You are never too much for your folks. Only the people that you are too much for, they're not your folks anyway, and the way that you vibrate, they can't keep up anyway. So you just keep vibrating the way you are, and you keep being as much and as intense as you are, and the folks who are yours, you are just enough for them.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sharon, you had your hand up.
Yes, I did. Right now, I would say that I am living my authentic self. I would say I would have toned down versions of the same person depending on the environment. But for the most part, I am 100% myself in any situation. However, when I was married, you talk about the honeymoon phase and how it wears off. Mark, I actually had an entire marriage where it never wore off with me. Like I was inauthentic the entire time, and I pulled that off. And then when I actually got, because I was being who he wanted me to be instead of being myself.
Absolutely.
So after the divorce, I'm like, I will never again be that person. It just changed everything about me. I was a completely different person trying to be who he wanted me to be.
Absolutely.
So now, like, if he doesn't appreciate my quirkiness and I can be silly at times, like he's not the one for me. Like I have to be me. So
hey, and I resonate with that, and thank you for that, Sharon. I truly resonate with that. I too had one of those, and wasn't my authentic self, and I was miserable. Oh my gosh, I was so miserable and cranky and irritable. I was ready to fight at a moment's notice. Yeah. Whenever I have not been my authentic self, it has caused a problem. Yes. Yes, Victorious, you had your hand up.
I just kind of want to piggyback off of that. My first really head over heels, I can't live without you relationship was my first relationship. And it was such a
Unmute yourself. Uh-oh. Yeah, you muted yourself. All right, we'll come back to Victorious if she can unmute herself. Oh, there you go. Go ahead. You had muted yourself.
You muted and left us on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, you
I
muted.
don't know what happened. And I don't even know where I left off. Where did I leave off at? My phone
When
rang.
you
I'm sorry
first
about
started, we didn't hear anything.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
gotta start
just
from the beginning.
yeah, your first head over heels relationship.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. And we had like a really, really bad relationship. And he treated me so bad in that relationship that I made a vow to myself that I would never allow myself to be treated like that again. And I've been true to that. And it's been amazing.
absolutely. Well, I appreciate that. And a lot of us have dual experiences or multiple experiences of not being our authentic self. Most of us as kids, I know growing up in the house I grew up, couldn't be my authentic self every day. So, and then in a few relationships, because I had that thought, like Miss V just said, that I was too much, my regular self was too much. Yeah, I would tone it down, but that always made me miserable. Always, yeah. So once I got to the point to where I was, fuck it, I am who I am, and if you don't want to be down with me, that's your loss, not mine. That's when I just embraced me to the fullest, and I have evolved from that initial embracing. But yeah, I definitely have been authentically me. Definitely. Thank you guys for those comments and adding into. I really appreciate that.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
So I noticed that the way my marriage of like 30 plus years was crazy. And not that we never had good times, but we didn't treat each other well at all. And neither one of us was living authentically. And we raised our kids in that. And it's been freeing realizing that it's okay. We know now, both of us, we're going to be living as authentically as we can. And even though we're both going our separate ways, we don't have it's not about hauling a train, because that's what it felt like before. It was like, well, we're this family unit. We have to be this example, and very involved in the church and everything. And then realizing that this just freeing ourselves. I was so worried about our kids for a very long time because we trained them how to be in a relationship that's bad and treat each other poorly.
Yes. Yes.
And
yes.
So for the longest time, I just beat myself up over that. I've been out of that relationship now for almost 10 years and in a better relationship, but still worried about the kids for a long time. And very recently, I've been able to start freeing myself from that and just being thankful that, you know what, when they get it, that first of all, how he treated me was how I was treating myself.
Absolutely. You got
that's
what
why
you
I
were
attracted that
yes.
treatment. Yeah. So when I got out of that and I was able to break free from those chains that had me bound, and I was able to get into a better place in my life, I attracted a better relationship.
Absolutely.
So that being said, is everything perfect? No, but
No.
yes, it is in its own way. It's hard to say.
Right.
It's not perfect, meaning, we still have our struggles, but I see the struggles as a form of perfection, a piece of the perfection pie. I don't think problems means it's bad, but we don't treat each other badly like before.
Absolutely.
Whoops. And something just fell down. I have to get it.
It's okay. Absolutely.
Anyway, thank you.
Thank you for that. Yes, Sharon.
I have to piggyback off of that because I just had an epiphany.
All right.
So she was just saying that he was treating her how she was treating herself. And in my marriage, he was treating me as if I didn't exist. And I was hiding the person that I really was. So I was treating myself as if I did not exist.
Absolutely.
So he was just mirroring my behavior.
Absolutely.
I just saw that.
Absolutely.
Oh
I was
I
thinking
love that.
I was thinking the same thing, that if I'm walking around all day thinking that I ain't shit, guess what? The person that's with me is gonna think I ain't shit either, because that's the vibe I'm putting off. That's the vibration that I'm putting off. That's it goes the other way. If I am confident and sure about myself, and if I am treating myself as the most important person in my life, and if I am loving myself and nurturing and caring for myself, that's what I'm gonna get. That's what you're gonna get. We get from others how we treat ourselves.
This is deep because it didn't start that way. It started when I started to shift.
Yes.
To become the person I thought he wanted me to be.
Absolutely.
And that's when he started treating me like I did not exist.
Absolutely. Because you didn't, in a sense, you didn't exist.
I didn't.
Because, yeah, you attempted to transform yourself into something that you could not be. So you canceled Sharon.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's
me
an
too.
epiphany. That's an epiphany. I never saw it that way. Oh,
Can I say-
wow. I'm about to
Absolutely.
cry.
And before you say something, Ms. V,
That's
love
amazing.
that hair, girl. That
Me
hair,
too.
that brown
Yeah,
hair.
I was just saying that. I love
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I wasn't sure we were talking about relationships and stuff, but I remember my my relationships were, you know, hot and heavy. But the one thing that I pride myself on is that if I got married at the church and everything, so I call myself trying to keep it together, because you know, like the devil is a lie and all that. But after about 5 years, I said, I ain't be able to do it. And so I went into a fast in 92, and I did some prayer work, and I was able to really, because I used to have to call the police on this guy just to get my sermons together, you know?
Wow.
Because he would nag the hell out of me. He changed just like that after we got married. And I thought about Eckhart Tolle's book, The New Earth. And the pain, there's a section in there called Pain Body. If you haven't ever gotten the book, get it.
Know about
because
it.
the pain body can hide as long as it needs to.
Yes.
And then it will come out the pain. If you haven't had that book in that section, because that's what happened. He hit that pain body till we got married. And it wasn't 3 or 4 weeks after we got married that it changed. Bam, just like that. But I had to tolerate it. So, but after him, you know, I've been fine. And I don't allow anybody to put their hands on me. He got to act like he was going to knock a lamp or something over one night. And I called the police and they locked him up. And his mother said, what do you want? I said, tell him come in here while I'm gone out of town the weekend, because I was going to my first conference with Johnny Coleman, taking off the mask.
Okay.
And I did the 40-day fast. And I said, tell him come in here and get anything he want out of this house. And I won't see him no more. Right. And so I went to the conference, I came back, you know, he came, got a few things out, and he kept trying to be in contact. I wasn't having it. And then I left and went to Germany. Right. So I'm just saying, you know, that I knew that he was kind of mirroring something in me, you know. I knew that through my studies.
And you got tired of it and you made a change. Absolutely.
And I made the change. And that's what all of us eventually do. We make that change.
All of us somewhere along the way, we have all made the change. Thank you for that, Ms. V. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So it's about narcissism. So that was the hardest thing for me to have self-love, because it felt like I was being really narcissistic. And so it was like this burdensome thing to experience. And the more I did it and the more I trusted that I was like putting myself first wasn't going to leave others out, but it was going to actually bless them more.
Yes.
And even though I don't really understand how that works, but it just does. It's just this weird shift or something.
Yeah, think about it like this, Linnea. Unless you are 100% good, I'm talking Linnea, everything is good, you can't be a help to anyone else. If you are lacking anything, you're not helping either of you. You understand what I mean? You have to take care of Linnea. You have to nurture Linnea. You have to care for Linnea. You got to take time out and paint your toenails. Even when Frank is getting mad at you, say, "Oh, go put a sock in it, buddy." And you have to do the girly girl things that little Linnea likes to do and didn't get a chance to do, or was kept from doing. You have to okay, who is the most important person in your life?
My daughter, probably.
Okay, start treating yourself better than you treat her. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And it's not narcissistic. It's not. It's not. I thought it's personal neglect if you don't. Yes, Sharon, go ahead.
Okay, Linnea, this is the way that I was able to grasp it and it clicked. When you're on an airplane and you're losing oxygen, one of the things they encourage you to do as a passenger is to put your oxygen mask on first and then help the ones that's next to you.
Okay.
Does that
You're
make
right.
it make sense?
That's funny because I've heard that 1,000 times, and this is the first time it literally clicked, because I'm still going to put it on her, but I'm just going to do me first so that I can extend.
Yes,
Right.
fullness, so that
Yeah.
you can give your fullness.
Oh,
You're able to give your fullness to her.
yeah.
What
That makes
happens?
sense.
You see what I'm saying? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And by the way, your hair, yes. What was your name?
Miss V.
Okay,
Vanda,
V.
yeah.
I love your hair. When I was a teenager, I got a perm and it was just like that, but it was all black hair. My hair was really dark then, so it was a black. And my whole family was like, "What's with your hair?" But I freaking loved it. I just thought it was so big, and I like the 80s big hair, you know. But yeah, and Tina Turner and stuff, and I just thought that was so great. So anyway, yeah, I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's move along. Move along. Your soul urge number is one of the most important numbers to be figured and analyzed.
Okay. Urge.
So to figure your soul urge number, you do it each name separately. So you add up the vowels in the name A, E, I, O, and U of each name given at birth. Now, the letters W and Y are sometimes considered vowels. However, never use them when you're figuring your soul urge number, as they are never correctly used. So don't even worry about it. If you see a W like in Dwight, or like the Y in my last name, Pyle, yeah, it's a consonant. You just to find the soul urge, you add up the A, the E, the I's, the O's, and the U's in each name. So just how we figured out your soul journey, like your first name, like the urge of Mark is a 1, because that's an A. The urge of Edward, EDWARD, so that's a 6. And then the urge of Pyle is a 5. So 1, 6, and 5 is 12, and that's my soul urge number is a 12-3.
Okay, so my last name is Burns. It's BYRNS. So I don't have any number. Or do you call it 0? 0 would be.
There's no
number.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
no there's no vowel in Burns. Not the way that it's used.
Not the way I'm spelling it. Okay, the way
Yeah.
we spell it. Okay.
Yeah.
So if there is a like GUZMAN, so the U would be
U and the A.
U and the A.
Yeah.
So the
that's
A is the
4.
number 1.
That's a 4.
Huh?
That's a 4 for Guzman.
Ah.
The 2 for Vanda.
Yeah, the 2 for
Linnea-
Vanda, 2 for Maria.
Yeah,
My middle name.
Linnea is a 10, 15, 6.
Maria.
Lania. No, Lania. I'm talking about Lania down below you.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a 6 heart on your first name, Lania. Sharon, you have a 7 heart on Sharon. 10.
Ooh, number 8.
And you have a 19-10-1 on Denise.
And just FYI, my name is pronounced Linnea.
Linnea, got you.
Linnea, yeah.
Got you.
It's like I don't know why, but for whatever reason, the E is not even, I don't even, you can't phonetically do my name.
Right on. I got you. I've said it both ways. Now that you've told me, I know how to say it from now on. Yes, Justel, you had your hand up.
You know, I just made a connection in my last name because the A and the I is the 18, which is the 9. And then my last name actually spells Kane, which is at 18-9.
18-9, yes. Yeah.
So that number is repeated. And
Yeah, it's the heart, it's the urge, and the entire name. Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
And when we get further into the numerology, I'll teach us about the intensifications of numbers and you know how to read it when there are multiple numbers in the same name and you know things of those nature. So I'm going to give us all, you know, the equipment so that you guys will be able to look at a name and be able to do the same thing I can do with it like that. Well, you might not be able to do it like that. I've been doing this for so long that I could do them like that, but you'll have the same tools that I have, the same type of skills.
Can I ask you?
Absolutely.
How did you get the 4 in Gooseman? You got, I know A is
You is a
1.
3.
Oh, that's right, because you're going down. Okay.
Yeah,
Got you.
you is a 3. Mm-hmm. And you read it as you will urge or desire to be or do. When you read your soul's urge, you read it as you desire, you will be or you will do this.
Okay.
Any questions on how to figure your soul urge number?
So my first name is 6. My middle name is
Louise,
5.
right? Louise.
5.
Oh,
Louise, yeah. Was it 5? Yeah, I think it's 5. And then
9, 18, 24, 6 for Louise too. Yeah, Louise is a 6 on the heart. O-U-I-N-E.
O-U-I-E. Okay. And then 0 for the last name. So how
12, 3.
then?
6 and 6 is 12.
Oh, you add those two, the first
Yes.
and last.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
O-U. Okay. 12. So that's 3. So my soul urge number, that means, is 3.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, got it.
Absolutely. All right. Anybody else? All right. Your soul urge is strong at times, seeming to override all other character traits, even those of your soul journey or your soul energy. And at other times, it can seem dormant or repressed by circumstances. We just talked about how we're not being authentic sometimes due to circumstances. A lot of the times it was in a relationship. I couldn't be my authentic self in corporate America. Oh yeah, they'd have ran me out of there on a rail. Damn sure couldn't be my authentic self at the church either. If they knew everything that I did, yeah, they would have kicked me out of there a lot sooner than they did. Until suddenly awakened. 2008, I got suddenly awakened. It becomes active, vibrant, and with emerging fury, changes all plans for work and success. When you wake up to and awaken to and embrace and understand your soul's urge number, it becomes active, vibrant, and with emerging fury. That means the more you do, the more force becomes behind it, changes all your plans for work and success, all of them. Every one of us, all of us on these calls, all of us walking on this planet, has these soul urges. However, some never answer the call or even stop to listen and fail to gain the insight of its life-giving energy. Your urges of your soul give you life. And they're your gumption, as my grandmother used to say. That's your get up and go. That what your soul urges and what that number is, that's your get up. That's what you, that's what you do, and that's who you be. It's life-giving energy, your soul urge number. Our soul urge number is our personal cosmic harmony, your personal cosmic harmony, and should always color and influence your soul journey. So now we're getting into the blend. You must know your soul journey number, and now you must bring it into harmony and allow your soul urge number to color and influence your journey. You see how they kind of work together. Your journey is not going to supersede your urge, but your urge is going to put you in touch with your journey. They all work together. They all work together. Make your soul urge number a major part of your daily work and affairs, and never separate it from everything that you do or anything that you do on a daily basis. Never separate your soul urge number from your day-to-day comings and goings. I got a 3 soul urge day-to-day. So I'm always in the street, I'm typing, I'm talking to people, I'm creating shit. I'm always got something going on because my soul urge is a 12-3. Always on the go. Always on the go. Be authentically true. There's that word again, authentically. Be authentically true to your soul urge number as it rounds out and beautifies your character. Your soul's urge number is what helps your personality. We're going to get to personality in a couple more lessons, but your soul's urge number is what helps your personality, is what influences your journey, and which is influenced by your first step. All of your numbers, see how your numbers are starting to, all of them work together. And yeah, so my 7 first step is influenced by the 3. And then it helps me on my path as the 3 with 3 energy. I love it when the plan comes together. I love it when the plan comes together. Your soul urge number rounds out and beautifies the you that's in you. Any comments, any questions about that? All right. Let's move along. I'm gonna run on quickly here. When any of us are considering joining anyone via, be it intimately or in business or as a friend, whatever, make sure you know their soul urge number. Why would we need to know the other person's soul urge number? Anybody got any idea why that would be important? Yes, Ms. V. And
To
then
me,
Justin.
to see if we are compatible.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That was a
Yes,
better way to
Justin,
say
go
it.
ahead.
I was going to
I
say
was
for
gonna say the
connection.
same thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You guys are right, and it's even deeper than that. because we can fool ourselves and get into fantastical thinking, intimate, when we consider an intimate partnership or a business partnership, even some of our friendships, we tend to trust that fantasy more than we trust our gut and that intuition. Listen here, this is what I wrote about why you need to make sure that you know their soul urge number. We may feel like we know or have much in common with this other person. And that might even be true, that we do have much in common. However, when their real self shows up, remember I was talking about the representative? Yeah, there's so many times we talk to people online, talk to people on the phone, you got their representative, and we give them a representative back. When the real self shows up, the two of you, your experiences may differ from what you thought you had or knew about the person. And then we set ourselves up for emotional disappointments, hurt and anger, and depending upon what type of intimacy or what type of business, it might cost us. Any comments on this?
It's similar to what I was talking about, like, say, for instance, when the pain body shows up.
Absolutely.
Right. And so you got to deal with it, or your pain body shows up. I'm just saying it applies to all of us. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, how many of us, this is funny right here, you may get shocked by who they really are, or you may gain a deeper understanding and appreciation for them. It just depends. They are who that soul urge number is. They are who their numbers are. Not no representative. Yes, Sharon, please join in, please.
So I want to piggyback off of what Vonda was saying about this pain body, because that's important.
Yes.
So we have to start practicing when someone's pain body show up, because the first thing I'm like, oh, we can go at it. But once we understand, like, okay, the purpose of this relationship is growth. So that person's hiding that pain body. They don't want you to see that darkness. But when they feel comfortable to let it out, it's important that we hold space for them instead of like, yo, we can do this and going like toe to toe. And that takes practice. So when it shows up, you got to be like, so this is the darkness that this other person's been hiding. And just try to hold space for that person rather than being argumentative, going back and forth, because then that doesn't heal anything. And what happens is that lesson you were supposed to learn with that person, you're just going to repeat it with the next person. So you might as well get the lesson with that person, learn that pain body when it shows up to like be peace, so y'all can work it out. So you do not have to repeat that in the next relationship, because
Absolutely.
I guarantee you it's going to come up again.
Absolutely. We have to normalize not ducking the lick when we need to stay there and take it. And we also need to normalize not punishing the new one because of what the old one or the last one did. We got to heal and process we got to take time and heal and process through all disillusions of any type of situation, association, or endeavor. Not just an intimate one. If you have a tough business breakup, you need to sit your ass down and process through that and take some time and heal before you just jump into your next thing. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Sharon. I really, really appreciate that.
You know, it
And
reminds me
also,
of, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
It,
Go
it,
yeah.
it reminds me of TikTok my daughter just shared with me last night. And she was like, this is totally me. And it was some guy and he was saying, oh, we're so done. I'm so over him, you know. And then the friend that's supposedly talking to him is saying, oh, good for you, you know, good for you standing up for yourself and stuff. And like, yeah, so we're going to go to the movies later. And he's like, the other person's like, wait, what? I thought you said you were done. Well, you know, just this one word. I mean, fool me once and shame on me. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Fool me 3 times. Well, shame on me. But fool me 4 times and we might have a problem, maybe, possibly.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, that is my daughter. And
Absolutely.
that's good. I'm going to share with her what you guys just shared so that she can hopefully grow and learn from that as well.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Linnea. Yes, Sharon.
I think Vonda had something to say before me. I'm sorry, I don't want to keep talking.
I was just going to say, you know, I'm well and good with relationship things and all. I've traveled around the world. I've had plenty of beautiful relationships and all. But the one thing I don't play is that you don't put your hands on me.
Right.
That's the one thing that I do not allow under no circumstances about growth or about anything, because the one thing about me, I do not deserve to have my ass whipped by you or anybody else.
Nobody.
That's right. Go grow somewhere else.
Yeah, go grow.
Yeah, I have my boundaries. Yeah, I have my boundaries with that stuff. I understand what you're
Absolutely.
saying about, you know, take some space for them, but you're not gonna get up in my face and try and slap me.
Yeah, you have to take that.
You tell them
Hey.
about
Take that somewhere else. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Play with these people.
Absolutely. Okay, Sharon.
I actually wanted to add something that my friend did. I just wanted to share this with you all because it was a big epiphany for her. Is that my friend is in a challenging relationship. And one of the things she was doing was when she would tell the story to me, she would put herself in a positive light. So what she was actually doing was hurting herself by making herself look good because she couldn't see how she was contributing to the issues they were having in the relationship.
Absolutely.
And I couldn't help her because she was telling me like the glamorous side of what was going on. So I'm like, oh, if he doing that, yeah, you need to kick him to the curb, when actuality, like, she was emasculating him throughout the relationship, and she wasn't telling me how she was doing that. She was just making herself look good. So the other thing is when you tell the story, make sure that you're being fair for both parties and also being
Yes.
transparent. Like
Absolutely.
Mark was
100%.
saying, like, have those hot conversations, honest, open, and transparent, always, even when you're talking with your friends.
Yep. Keep it like that. Keep it hot with everybody. Thank you for that. All right. Regardless of how we evolve, change, transform, or grow, your soul urge will remain the same. No matter what life, if you're on the side that you allow life to deal to you, whatever life deals you, soul urge remain the same. If you're on the other side, if you happen to life, however you're happening to life, you're going to happen to it with your same soul urge. Your soul urge, your soul's urges are always playing out, most of the time in the background of your every situation, association, and endeavor. Numbers never change their meanings. Never. Ever. Okay, so remember, I'm closing here. Remember, our names belong to us, and there are no wrong or bad names. We only need to learn how to live up to what we have and to follow the designs of our lives written in our names, given at birth. Be yourself.
Can you say
Everyone
that
else is
again?
taken.
Yeah. Can you say that one more time, please? The last line you just read.
We only need to learn how to live up to what we have and to follow the designs of our lives written in our names, given at birth.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, be yourself. Everyone else is taken.
For sure.
And no matter what, no matter where, no matter how, no matter who or with who or why or all of that, be authentically you,
Mhm.
unapologetically.
Mhm.
I'm thankful and grateful for everyone being here. Anybody got any comments or anything before we shut down tonight?
I have a question. So when we're reading our, like the natal chart, that's what it's called, right?
For astrology, yeah.
What the numerology thing though that I was given that tells me each you made it for me.
Yeah.
So when we are reading that and trying to study that and learn to live that, how do we do that? Like what does it mean to do that? I don't know if that question even makes sense because I don't know what I don't know. So
well, the one that I did for you a while back, honestly is quite Neanderthal in its layout. I'm working on something that it will give you the how to live up to it. It'll spell it out. It'll spell it out in one report for your name, and it'll spell it out, and it gives you the solutions and the pointers, and everything is all written into it. So yeah, just stay tuned. By Thanksgiving, we should be up and running and ready to go.
okay, that's my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Vanda, I haven't forgotten you. I just took 4 days off, so today I just started back to work, so I'll get your stuff out tomorrow.
No problem. Thank you very much. And are you talking about around Thanksgiving? You talking about your numerology book? Be ready.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Look forward to it.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else?
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
I have a question for the sevens. How do you all be your authentic selves when it comes to like your research and getting messages out to people when the last thing people want to hear is the truth? Like do you actually adjust to that, or like how does that work for the both of you?
Well,
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
To piggyback on that before you answer. It's been a couple times ago now. I was thinking when we were I was on Facebook Live with you guys, and I thought, the sevens, well, I think you might have even mentioned it. They're ahead of their time. So you're doing this, what we're all doing here, and the world is kind of not ready, but they are. They just don't know that they are. So the veil is slowly being removed. And anyway, that's what I was going to say was like you sevens are like ahead of your time. And yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Yes, Jolene.
That's Jolene?
Yeah.
Hey, Jolene.
Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You're muted.
We hear it now.
Oh, no, I can't hear her.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
I can't.
Did.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she disappeared.
Yeah. I think she's going to attempt to log back in. But
Well,
yes.
can you expound on that? Like
yes.
how you all adjust and shift?
to just from
We can come back to it.
no. Still can't hear you. Mm-mm.
Oh, what a strange thing. I think for sevens, well, just my perception of it is that it takes a self-confidence first to bubble up and on any subject. And then you just, like a number 7, you just go for it. I don't know.
Well,
You know,
it seems like they have the self-confidence. It's just that in their case, it's not really them. It's like the masses aren't really ready to hear the message.
had
And
to-
I just want to ask the two of them, like, how is that affecting them? Because that's their duty. Like, that's what they're supposed to be doing. And everybody is like on social media being stupid and foolish. So like, how does that work?
well, what I do for me, what I do, and I'm kind of fortunate because I have my own platform. That way I can spew my propaganda anytime that I want. And I I have always been the reluctant spokesman because I've always known that what I have to say and how I have to say it, most folks don't want to hear it. And it's kind of like, you know, when I go through dealing with these folks that I'm in this political group, you know, they'll post their biased view, and then I will give them truth that pokes a hole in their view, and then they start to insult me and want to disparage me, and I look at it like this: you folks that show up every week, y'all are ready to hear it, and yeah, that's why I keep going.
Y'all hear me now?
Yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
we
girl.
hear you
That's
now.
why I keep going. And that's why I do
Hello
that.
everyone. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened.
It's all right.
I just want to encourage, somebody was asking, how do we know? Because we are 7, I'm a 7, and you know, we fail to have to prove anything. We don't want to have to prove, but I think that's what 7s are so special and strong. And I realized that years ago that proving anything to anybody is tiring. We come, you know, I was raised studying the civil rights, and there's a reason why that the other people just wanted to get rid of us, because there's an understanding that everybody doesn't understand, is that we walk around with an understanding of ourselves, and we are a living proof of what we can do. And when people stop trying to figure it out so hard, so convincing, it doesn't have to, because it's been already proven for us. We like the sun and the moon and the stars.
Absolutely.
Amen.
You know, that's what I tell that's what I raised my daughter in. That's what I was raised in, the culture of it all. I mean, you just have to feel it for yourself. And the numbers is related to our instinct.
Yeah.
You know, he says that the numbers never change. The numbers never change because our instincts never change. And as long as we, you know, understand that, we are born as we are, but we don't recognize who we are. And so I think that's the journey of living.
So would you all say that the resistance is a part of the journey? Because as a 6, I couldn't imagine like going to a homeless person, giving them $20, and they like, well, screw you. You know, I can't imagine that happening.
See, for the 7, I don't care what he thinks of me. I'm not doing it for him.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not doing it for him. So if I give him $20 and he tells me eat a bag of them, okay. That's how you feel? Okay. I know, and then I know next time I won't do anything for him.
One time we gave a pizza to a homeless guy. We had taken our family out to pizza after church, and then we were leaving, and we knew this homeless guy kind of stayed behind the building. So my husband said, well, let's get him a pizza. So we got him a whole pizza, a small one, but we got him a pizza, and went and drove around the back to look for him. And my husband gets out of the car and goes and hey, here you go, buddy. And gives him the pizza. The guy he just shoved it right out of his hand. He said, I don't want that fucking, started cursing at him.
No.
And I was so traumatized, and it bothered me. And it's all these years later. I mean, it's, 20 years later, and it still was traumatizing to me, to where whenever I go to give something to someone and that's homeless without them asking for it first, there's always a little bit of intimidation or something, that I'm a little afraid to give. And it's funny how Mark said he's not doing it for him. Well, I am doing it for them, but I guess in a way I'm doing it for myself because it'll make me feel good. But
absolutely, that's who you're doing it for. You're not doing it for them. It's for you.
And so, but I'm thinking, why would I want to do something that I'm on edge about, afraid that they're gonna, I guess the risk is sometimes like the dog sticks their head out the window to enjoy the fresh air in the car, but they could get a bug in their face.
Absolutely.
It's worth the risk.
It's worth the risk.
I just want to remind the homeless is just a label, and people are people.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a
Some are
label,
nice and some are not.
I'm a social worker license, but the DSM is just another label for an excuse. And so when you build that wall, you forget people are people. I built my career. I started off my career on 42nd working with the homeless population, homeless people, homeless clients, homeless human beings. So I think the world just forgot that people are people. And so I think, I consider myself a civil rights understander of, there was a reason for it. And prior to that, let me show y'all something on my wall that I remind myself every day. I'm gonna share. This is my. Y'all see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we didn't create anything. We just have to realize a lot.
Absolutely. Just
That's all.
you had your hand up?
Thank you.
Yeah, just still, you had your hand up?
Yeah, I did. So I think it's again, it depends on the number 7 that your name and whatever falls up under.
Yeah.
And so for me, I have a 2 birthday, or 20 to be exact. So I'm a little bit more softer than Mark and a little bit more compassionate. When it comes to, dealing with things like that. So I have a little bit more patience, but for me, it was me learning to set boundaries, because coming into this information in the 90s, and back then, people were really not open to this type of information. And so over the years, I would get into these debates with people, sometimes almost arguments. And after a while, it got frustrating. But as I continued on my journey, one of the things that I had to learn is that a lot of these people that I was having conversations with, 1, they weren't ready for it, because 2, they hadn't even studied or read the information. So, it was almost a waste of time. And when people are so steeped in their beliefs, trying to change somebody's belief is almost impossible. And so today, dealing with social media, it wasn't until last year as a 7, I used to just sit back and watch and read the comments. And I kept a lot of my comments to myself, but it wasn't until last year I started to kind of come out of my shell and comment a lot more on things that I saw that was, whatever I was paying attention to at that time. So for me, it's just a personal thing. Even to this day, I still keep my circle small, because again, I don't like all that energy, because I can feel what's going on in large crowds. So I think for me, it's a case by case situation. But even to this day, I just don't waste my time with people when they're not ready, because it's just a waste of energy.
Absolutely.
Yes, I believe that, Justel. Thank you so much. Because it's
But
very
if
important.
people want to know,
I'm-
I love to
Mhm.
share. So, because I
Yeah.
can talk
Right.
and I don't mind sharing. But you know, what's that saying? Don't throw your pearls
Don't cast
before
your pearls
swine.
amongst, don't cast your pearls among
Absolutely.
swine. They'll come back and trample on you.
Absolutely.
Look,
And they do.
I just
I had to
had
learn.
I just had one of my former colleagues at a Japanese company that I worked with. He responded to my announcement about my class, and he asked me, was this biblical? And I responded with a nice corporate cuss out. I cussed him out with my corporate words. I typed, "This is numerology. I teach esoteric sciences, and some of this is in the Bible. However, it's not biblical. I would not consider it biblical because yes, as the seven, I come to teach. This is what I come to do. And yes, there are certain people that ain't ready to hear it, and certain people are opposed to it. I'm okay with that. You can be opposed to it. If you're opposed to it, stay your ass off my post.
But they never do that. That's
They
why
always want to come
congregate.
for you. Yeah.
They're
That's
not
amazing.
gonna
Stay
do
off
that.
my post.
Thanks,
You
right.
know damn well it ain't biblical. I've been posting about full moons and new moons and retrogrades and numerology for years.
Right.
Mark, that's their pain body. You have to be patient.
Yeah, I was
For
patient.
sure.
I was patient. I sure was. He lucky that that the platform that he asked it on was one of those that I like. Or yeah, he'd have got the other side of the seven.
Outside the seven.
All righty. We're gonna close here. This has been a very, very, very wonderful class, wonderful experience. I appreciate each and every one of you folks here that showed up and participated today. This has been On the Sevens with Pythias B. Metatron, where we come to awaken, ascend, and expand. We do go through the 88 steps into your mastered self. And I guarantee you, if you keep On the Sevens with Pythias B. Metatron a part of your spiritual journey, somewhere along the way, your mastered self awaits you. I'm not saying goodbye forever. I am just saying goodbye for now. I will see you guys on Thursday.
Thank you. Love everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Watch that pain body.
Absolutely.